And out there today, cooler temperatures and now the clouds moving back in, creating kind of a milky sky out there. That is a live view from our camera in Champaign, and you can see the clouds on the satellite starting to show that increase across the area through the rest of tonight and into the day tomorrow. Expecting some more of that cloud cover around. Temperatures in the upper 40s. Yeah, those 70s from yesterday are long gone. A thing of the past and something we may not see for a little while. Temperatures tonight heading back down into the 30s for overnight lows. We'll talk about rain chances for some. It could be around as early as tonight when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Less overtime, more people on duty on a daily basis, and then service like the areas like the casino better.
The Danville Fire Department is hoping more money will bring in new recruits and better equipment. Good evening, I'm Brandon Morano.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. They just bought a new aerial truck for less than expected. Now they're looking to get more people to put it to use. And a grant may be an answer to that. WCIA 3's Ariana Williams is with us. All right, Ariana, first, when will the new truck be ready to go?
They're expecting the new truck to replace this one sometime next year, but since it's still being made, they're looking to use ARPA funds for additional features. In the meantime, they plan to use a 3-year federal SAFER grant to get fully staffed. The grant could be worth $2.1 million if it's approved. The money will cover the salaries of the additional firefighters needed over the 3 years. Danville Fire Chief Aaron Marcotte says this money will help the department cut down on overtime. If they get it, they can expect the new additions near the end of the summer, and it will come just in time for the new casino.
We're very excited about that opportunity to have these firefighters here and working for the city of Danville and not having those big gaps of nobody on shift, which causes that overtime and things like that. So it'll give our firefighters a break from that, and it'll provide better service in the whole to the city from day to day.
They're looking to hire 6 new firefighters with the new money. Now they have 45 when fully staffed. Marcotte says 51 people will give them a needed buffer. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you so much. Also in Danville, the city is looking at bids to make improvements to Garfield Park.
They've narrowed it down to the lowest bid. That's $12.6 million. That'll cover the pool, mechanical building, bathhouse, and slide system. We spoke with some people who feel that's too much money for the project, but one park neighbor and lifelong resident says it's just what the community needs.
I believe that with improving that particular park, that it will start, hopefully, with the violence and things that's been not only the Danville community but other communities, that we can show that there's some positivity in this community.
Now the council will vote on that decision at tonight's meeting. The selling price of the historic art theater in downtown Champaign has been cut in half.
David Kraft has been trying to sell the building since 2020, but he can't find a buyer. The price is now about $1 million. Kraft says there has been some interest, but the deals fell through. He says he hopes someone will buy the building because of its rich history in the city.
Roger Ebert named this his favorite theater in America, and obviously that can never change now. So I would hope that either the university, the city, or residents would find that, sufficiently attractive to come and do something. That's the reason why I bought it 25 years ago.
Kraft says the Vintage Edge barbershop space, the apartments above, and the billboard are all included in the sale. Also in Champaign, city council members are talking tonight about potentially changing up the district you vote in.
That's because of new census data showing more people live in the city. Champaign city attorney says when there are population shifts, a law requires redistricting. He says right now people are not evenly distributed across the 5 districts, and it's important to keep things balanced.
Let's say we have 14,000 in one district and 18,000 in another, then potentially someone could argue that their vote doesn't have the equal weight of another person in a different district. The concept in the law to protect people's voting power, I think that's pretty understated, and it's important. And it's why we're going through all these steps now.
Those next steps include on voting on a policy tonight. Now, if approved, people will be able to go online and use tools to map new boundaries. You hopes by September the council will approve the new districts. That way people have enough time to prepare for the 2025 election. The Champaign County coroner has identified the man hit and killed by a truck.
It happened yesterday on Route 45 just south of Thomasboro. 29-year-old Brian Shue from Rantoul was changing a tire last night when a pickup truck hit him. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The driver of the truck was also hurt but is expected to be okay. The crash remains under investigation. A Champaign man has been sentenced to 8 years in connection to an attempted robbery. It happened in an alley near West Green and Lynn Streets last year. Police say 32-year-old Bobby Carter tried to rob a truck driver with Terry Tartleton. They were found near the scene a little later with several guns in a car. Carter pleaded guilty to felony possession and use of a firearm. Opioid deaths are on the rise in the U.S.
So state lawmakers are creating a pilot program providing stronger doses of naloxone to some counties to combat the problem. State Capitol reporter Theodore Coulivaris is live in our Capitol newsroom. Theodore, one of these counties is in Central Illinois.
Brandon, Sangamon County is one of the 5 counties that would test the 2-year pilot program. Under the proposal, the Department of Human Services would distribute 8 milligrams of the nasal spray to public health departments and providers working with people struggling with substance abuse. The bill's sponsor says these places have 4 milligram naloxone sprays. But with deadlier drugs like fentanyl becoming more available, those organizations are telling her the 4 milligrams isn't enough to reverse overdoses.
Without this opportunity, they might lose their lives. And every time a life is lost, a family is impacted, friends are impacted. And so this is just another tool in the toolbox we can do to fight this disease.
The bill would also require Human Services to put together a data collection program on the number of the spray kits people use for every overdose within the 2-year period. They also have to have data on the number of people who survived an overdose after receiving the spray. I'll have more on one group says about why they support the bill coming up tonight at 6. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Theodora Coulivaris, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Theodora, thank you.
Parkland College is getting a multi-million-dollar investment. What the money will be used for.
And this.
The FAA, the airlines, everyone works together to keep the system safe.
Passengers on a flight from LA to Boston got quite the scare this weekend when a man tried to hijack a plane. How authorities say they're learning from the incident to keep you safe.